Okay, here's guitar lesson 1. Here's some basic chords. Let's check them here. We got our guitar here, and we got our guitar here, and we got our. I'm going to start with the names of the strings right here. This low string right here that I'm moving. That is our E string, and then the next one right here that I'm moving. That is our A string, and then this next one, so on, is our D string. Next right here is our G string, and then the next one right here, this one right here, is our B string, and then this high one right here is our E string. Okay, right here we got our G chord. We're gonna put our middle finger right here on the 3rd fret of the E string. And what we're going to do is we're going to mute the A string right here. We're going to mute that with our middle finger. So it's going to sound like this. That's the G. Then we're going to mute it like that. And then we're going to have this string right here open. We're going to have this string right here, the G string, open. And then we're going to put our ring finger right here, 3rd fret of the B string. And then we're going to put our pinky right here, 3rd fret of the E string. So if you play it right, it's going to sound like this. And that is a G chord. Okay, here's a C chord. It's very, very, very similar. So this is the exact same thing except for your middle finger. It's not on the E string, it's on the A string. And it's right here on the 3rd fret, just like it was on the G string, on the G chord. Except it's right here. Okay, and that's a C. And then what you're going to do is the exact same thing. You're going to mute the D string right here with your middle finger, and it's going to sound like this. So we got our G chord, and then we got our C chord. Okay, and here's our D chord. It's a little bit different. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to play with this string right here. That is our D string. We're going to play it open. We're going to have our index finger right here on the G string, 2nd fret, and then we're going to have our ring finger right here on the 3rd fret on the B string, just like it was on the G chord and the C chord. So it's going to stay right there. And we're going to have this one here, and then our middle finger we're going to put right here on the 2nd fret, right here on the E string, and when we play it, it's going to sound like this. So we got our G chord, our C chord, and our D chord. Okay, next we got our E minor chord. Okay, and all this is in the key of G. What we're going to do, we're going to play our open E string right here, and we're going to have our index finger right here, 2nd fret on the A string. Then we have our middle finger right here on the D string, 2nd fret. So it's going to be like this. And then we're going to have our ring finger right here on the 3rd string on the B string, which is the same on the G, the C, and the D, and then the E minor is still going to be there too. Okay, and then we're going to put our pinky back on the 3rd fret of the E string, and it's going to sound like this. So we're going to go here, 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 and here. So we got our G, our C, our D, and our E minor. Okay. Okay, next we got our A minor chord, and it is in the key of G. And we're gonna have our A string right here. It's gonna be open, and then we're gonna have our D string. We're gonna put our middle finger right here on the 2nd fret on the D string, and then we're gonna have our ring finger on the 2nd string, or the 2nd fret of the G string, and then we're gonna have our index finger right here on the 1st fret of the B string, and then we're gonna have our E string open. So it's gonna go like this. So we've got here, open, here, here, and here. Okay. And with the chords that I taught you, there's a lot of things we can do with those chords. We can play, here's something we can play. We got a G to C to E minor to D to G to A minor to C to E minor to D back to G. So with those chords I taught you, hopefully you can take those and you can learn them and just keep practicing. And the more you practice, the better you'll get at it, and the faster you can change the chords and stuff. So I hope you learn a lot.